How's everybody doing? It's a sunny and chilly morning here in Leh today, and we're going to be staying here for around 10 days. Today is day 1, and right now I'm sitting in front of Hotel Marigold, where I'm going to be staying for most of these days. Now, yesterday was sort of a buffer day because even though we did reach Leh yesterday from Delhi, since we traveled via flight, a lot of us were not exactly feeling that great. So we decided to take a day off, and it's super important to just take 1 or 2 days off for acclimatization. Now, today what we're going to be doing is we'll go out, all of us, and just explore some of the palaces and monasteries around, like the Leh Palace, Thiksey Monastery, and all of that. So come with us. We've reached the first destination for day 1, and this is the Hemis Monastery. It is one of the most famous monasteries in and around Leh. So Hemis Monastery is located around 1 hour away from the capital city of Leh, and the entire way that leads you here is absolutely picturesque, and you cannot turn your eyes away from the sight. So we're just going to go inside right now. Now at Hemis Monastery, the ticket charge is basically 50 rupees per person. Right now I am sitting in front of the Hemis Museum, which is a part of the Hemis Monastery. Now, the Hemis Monastery is known as one of the most popular and also apparently richest gompas in the entire Ladakh region. Hemis Monastery, as I already told you, is located 45 kilometers from the capital city of Leh. Now, the monastery basically has 2 temples. And when we went inside, so photography and all is not inside, and believe me, if I had the verbal strength to explain the beauty and the spiritual feeling that you get inside, I would, but let me try. So if you enter the first temple, you will find this huge golden Buddha, and it is absolutely majestic to look at. And you will also find various monks busy with their prayers, so you can just go inside and take a tour, but be respectful and of course maintain the silence of the place. Now, coming to the Hemis Museum, that is a whole other thing altogether. So first you will find a souvenir shop, and then you can go towards the museum. The museum basically houses lots of golden statues, and you can also find belts of tigers and snow leopards that were taken down like ages back. The Hemis Monastery here basically belongs to the Drukpa lineage, or which is also known as the Dragon Order of Mahayana Buddhism. And it is also very famous because they have a 2-day Hemis festival. Now, one of the highlights of this festival is that every 12 years they basically show you the crowd that is present over there at that time. Thanka. Now, Thanka is a huge spiritual painting, and you can also come here during the month of June, July to actually be a part of the Hemis festival and see how it really is. This is our second stop for the day, and we have stopped at Chamba Hotel and Restaurant for lunch. We've come over here from Hemis Monastery, where we spent quite a bit of time because it's huge and it's magnificent. Now, Chamba Hotel and Restaurant is right opposite to the Thiksey Monastery, where we will be visiting after our lunch. And Chamba is also a really pretty place, and the best part about hotels and restaurants over here is that they just have this open courtyard like area, which has like so many plants and so many flowers. Now, the only thing that's left is to just go in and taste their food. The second monastery for the day, the Thiksey Monastery. The Thiksey Monastery is located to the north of the Indus River and is situated on a hilltop. From the city of Leh, it is actually less than somewhat around 20 kilometers. The Thiksey Monastery was built somewhat around 1430 AD, and it is actually very, very old. And it belongs to the Gelugpa order of Buddhism. Now, if you go to the Thiksey Monastery, you'll find quite a lot of temples within it. The most famous one is a temple that houses the Maitreyi Buddha, or the future Buddha, which is actually a 49-feet statue. And it's completely golden in color, and it was made of terracotta and multani mitti. Other than that, you can also find the temple of the Tara goddess that is worshipped in all the areas around here. And the thing about Thiksey Monastery is they also have a very famous festival over here, which they host somewhat around the 15th day of September to the 19th day of September. I'm at the Thiksey Gompa right now, and this is the way to their main assembly hall. Over there is the Maitreyi Buddha Mandir, which we're going to visit later. But this is how the assembly hall looks like. So this is pretty much the end of day one. Right now I'm standing in front of the Shanti Stupa in Leh. So the Shanti Stupa is basically built in two levels. So the first level basically has the Dharma Chakra, where you can find a picture of the Buddha turning the wheel of Dharma basically. And on the second level you can find various images depicting the life of Buddha, his birth, his death, him fighting various devils while still in the form of meditation. The Shanti Stupa houses a picture of the current Dalai Lama, and the base basically has the relics of Buddha. The Shanti Stupa was built as a symbol of prosperity, peace, and also to mark 2,500 years of Buddhism. This right here is also a symbol of good ties between the people of Japan and here, Ladakh.